If your sciatica gets worse from foam rolling, it's because you're either pushing on the nerve or pulling the nerve. And these are extremely common mistakes you might not even realize you're making. So I'm going to show you what these mistakes are, what's actually causing this pain, and 3 simple exercises to reduce your sciatica fast without a foam roller. My name is Dr. Grant Elliott, and we've helped thousands with low back pain, disc herniations, and sciatica fully recover through our one-on-one online coaching program. And in this episode, I'm going to teach you what happens when foam rolling makes your sciatica worse and how to fix it with a smarter approach. In order to understand why foam rolling might make your sciatica worse, we first need to understand what is sciatica. Sciatica is a vague term that just means pain traveling down the back of the leg following the track of the sciatic nerve. And the sciatic nerve is the biggest nerve in your body with a diameter of up to 2 centimeters. If you have sciatica, you will notice pain traveling down the back of your leg, either in your glute, hamstring, calf, foot, or toes. It can be a tight pulling sensation, a burning sensation, an electric shock sensation, or a dull ache. So if you notice increased pain when you bend forward to touch your toes, bending to put socks and shoes on, or any type of hamstring stretches, you're probably dealing with sciatica. And this is most commonly caused as a result of a disc hitting a nerve or an irritated nerve root. Now, how does this relate to foam rolling? Because if a disc is hitting a nerve and causing sciatica, it's because it's compressing the nerve. It's pushing on a nerve. A nerve does not like compression or tension, and a disc causes compression. So if you are sitting on a foam roller, if you have a painful nerve going through your glute, going through your piriformis, shooting down your leg, what are you doing when you're sitting on a foam roller? You're compressing the nerve. You're pushing right on the nerve where it goes through that tissue, and this can make it worse. And the second reason being tension. A sensitive nerve does not like to be stretched. It's painful. It doesn't want to be pulled. So if you're trying to foam roll your hamstrings, let's say, or you're elongating the leg, trying to really force that knot that you think it is out, you're pulling on a nerve. The position your body's in is only pulling on the nerve, increasing tension and making it worse. So foam rolling, for that reason, often is not going to provide a long-term solution, and it can often make things worse. So let's ditch the foam roller and let's do something different that's actually going to get you results. And here's what it is in 3 simple steps. Our first exercise is going to focus on reversing that disc bulge so it's no longer hitting the nerve. Get on all fours and gently push your hips forward and down towards the floor as you allow yourself to slowly sink into lumbar extension. If this is a little bit painful, just go to the point of pain, performing this repetitively, trying to go deeper over time as your range of motion improves. Extension of the lumbar spine is one of the most common directions that can reverse disc bulges because most disc issues increase with forward bending motions. So we're doing the opposite motion to reverse that stress. And the more you do, the more we can reduce the bulge, the less it hits the nerve, and the further it can decrease your sciatica. So as you work into this, just pay attention to what's happening in the leg. If symptoms get less and less and less, you're going the right direction. If it's getting worse and worse and worse, then we need to talk and likely do a different movement. And there's many different variations of extension-based movements. Hey, real quick, I know you're struggling with pain and obviously want to fix it. So if you just text me the word pain to 317-751-9509, I will send you my free back pain fix demo. Text that number and you can fix your pain. Thank me later. Back to the show. Now the second exercise, now that the disc is sort of off that nerve, we're going to focus on the nerve and restore blood flow and nutrients and calm down the inflammation. Lay down on the floor, put a pillow under your lower back, and we're putting the painful side up. The pillow is creating an arch in your lower back towards the ceiling, which opens up the side of your spine, increasing the diameter of the holes in the side of your spine called the IVF, the intervertebral foramen. This is where those nerve roots exit, where they pass the disc and exit your spinal column. We want this hole to be as open and big as possible to take pressure off of the nerve, because if there's an irritated nerve, it's feeling claustrophobic. It doesn't have a lot of room to breathe. So we're giving it more room to breathe, and opening that hole can help flush out inflammation and calm it down. Now, while we're in this position, The top leg, we're going to perform a nerve flossing type maneuver. You might be familiar with a traditional nerve floss where you sit, hold the leg, kick the leg out, and move the head and leg back and forth. This is combining that motion in this particular exercise where you're just going to gently extend the leg and bend it. Extend the leg and bend it. So as it's opening the space around the nerve, giving the nerve more room to breathe, we're now giving it more room to move and mobilizing that nerve through the tissues and through the spine by flossing the top leg. Now last, we can strengthen the piriformis and stabilize the hip with our pigeon drop exercise. Put the target leg forward like you're going into a pigeon pose, but don't sit there and hold it. We're going to keep our body off the ground, contract that glute, and rock forward and back, slow and controlled. This is putting these muscles in a partially stretched position and now loading them and strengthening them. And as you move up and down, we're taking the muscle and the nerve through multiple ranges of motion while you're strengthening it. So you're mobilizing the sciatic nerve, you're mobilizing the piriformis and gluteal muscles through various ranges of motion as this strengthens and stabilizes them through these various motions, which translates to overall hip stability as well. This routine will help you ditch foam rollers and other passive therapies that are not working for you and help you begin to reduce your pain fast. But the work is not done. You can't expect this one routine to do all the work for you because it isn't customized, and you've probably been dealing with this pain longer than you like. What you need to do is ensure the root issue is fully resolved and then go on to a bulletproofing phase to ensure the results last. And this is how we've helped over 2,000 people avoid injections, avoid surgery, get totally pain-free within 3 to 6 months and back to full exercise. So if you'd like to know how this works so you can actually get a proper plan for healing, you can get a free demo with my team and then get a tailored step-by-step plan by just texting me the word pain to 317-751-9509 so you can learn our centralization process, which helps most individuals achieve 37% reduction in their pain in a single session, and others complete pain-free within as little as 15 days. So go ahead and text me right now. Don't miss the opportunity because you deserve to live pain-free. After you text me, please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram at RehabFix for more free daily videos and insights into my life and what I'm doing to have a bulletproof back. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one, and I'll see some of you in the program real soon.